Hi, this is Mandy from Sunflowers and Doors. Welcome back to my channel. So today we're on episode 2 of creating the Sherlock Holmes themed lap book. So yesterday we put together the lap book. Let me just move all of this out of the way. So we put together our lap book and we had 2 larger sides here with 2 smaller pieces here, and we attached this with some cream type canvas. We let it dry overnight and it's stuck really well, and already I've got a huge amount of space that I can kind of fill this up with. So yeah, I was really pleased with how that came out. So that is our lap book. So I want to start by covering the front and the back. I've chosen the same papers for both front and back, and that is these here. And these are from the Vectoria design kit, which again I will link in the box below. It's a beautiful kit. I think it's called Old School Detective. Really is lovely. So there's a big kit, and then there are smaller kind of kits you can buy if the big one is not for you. Okay, so what I've done is I've measured these 2 already so that you don't have to sit and go through that process with me. I'm just going to quickly ink the edges, and I'm actually going for black ink rather than brown on this one. I think it kind of makes it stand out a little bit more, so that is what we're using for this. I've cut the pages to size so that literally you haven't got to sit and watch all of that, and I've also stitched around the edges on these 2 in particular. They were pretty much a full A4 size. They're not quite big enough for this. I say that they're perfectly big enough for what I'm after, but yeah, you know, if you're gonna build one of these, then you need to kind of make sure that it's not going to be that, you know, the covers are not too big, not too big. Now with these, I think I said in episode 1 is I bought these books from a charity shop, a local charity shop. They are so cheap, and it's buy one get one free. So I just literally went for books that had a black inside, because that's what I wanted to kind of use. So that's what I did. And yeah, it was like I said, it was really cheap. So it wasn't something where I broke the bank just to get hold of these. Okay, I'm just going to spread this out a little bit just to make sure I'm not missing any. I don't have the, sometimes with the beacon glue, it can either seep through the pattern, which I don't think it will on this one, I'm hoping it won't, or it can not always stick as much as you want it to. I'm just making sure that this is, I have to stand up on this one. Okay. And I may need to just glue the edges down a little bit, just to make sure nothing raises. Already we got a bit of a space there, so let's just grab a little bit of glue. Okay. Now, sorry, there was a strange noise then. Now the picture I've chosen for the front of this one isn't in the kit. It's something I found online. Absolutely loved it. So hunted down where I could get it. And there is a website, I can't remember for the life of me the name of it, but there's a website where you can buy all different things in this particular image. So you can get stationery, like some cards, you can get posters, you can get all sorts. So it was the only place I could find to kind of get my hands on this image. So yeah, and this here is the image. Now I'm not going to, where did that go? I'm not going to put it on at the moment because I haven't decided if I want to put it on or how I want to put it on yet. I don't think I want to do this. I think I would prefer to go something like this and have some Sherlock Holmes words dotted around. So I'm not going to put that on just yet, but that will be the picture that I use for the front of the cover. And as I said, I will link below where you can get your hands on that if you are interested. So that is our front. And now onto our back. I've written notes over everything just to try and help me with the planning stage, because it actually gets a little bit, it can get a little bit confusing and it can get a little bit overwhelming. So I'm just taking one section at a time. As I said, I've taken the inspiration from Suzanne at Non Stop Papercrafts. And she did one of these and it was beautiful. It really was beautiful. So that's where I'm getting my inspiration from. Suzanne did one with 3 pieces of board. I've just added that extra piece because I do want to, chunk it out and fill it up with whatever I can. Okay, so on the back here there's going to be a picture of our not our suspect, our convicted person, but you'll have to wait towards the end to see who that is, because at the moment it's just a secret. Okay, so that will be our front and our back. Okay. Now I've put a little bit of black ink here because, again, it's really big and I didn't want there to be any areas where the white would show through. So I've decided I'm going to go with this one here, like so. I'm not sure that I've cut this straight, but this is where this will go here. But I'm also going to be putting, I'm going to be building up this section, so I'm not going to pop this on just yet. Now, when Suzanne did hers, she did a brilliant configuration with a piece of folder. And basically, it's to cut this section off here. and this section then will tack underneath here. And then it was a case with this one of kind of folding it about halfway, or not halfway, about three-thirds of the way here, and folding that back on itself. I'll show you what it looks like actually done. And then obviously you cut it to size, but the concept was brilliant. So I'm going to use that for this section here. I have again already chosen my papers, and I've cut them and stitched them just so you don't have to go through that process. But if you see, that's the bit that I was talking about. We cut, and that's going to pop under there. And then we have the piece that folded, and it'll actually fold out this way, or it will, fold out this way. Really, really simple process. As I said, we've cut this bit off here, so we end up with just a small piece that's going to sit underneath our main page. And this main one, I've just scored it and folded it over here. So it gives us flips here and flips that way as well. Hope you get what I mean. And as I said, I've chosen some papers and I've cut them to size, and I have stitched them just to save time. I'm just now quickly going to thread all over the place. I'm now just going to quickly go around the edges again of these, like just getting rid of the white bits, and that'll be there. Now on my card, I've also gone around the edges with black ink, most of them. I missed that one, just again because I don't want particularly this to be shown, and the black really sets it off, I think. So what I'm going to do now is I'm literally going to glue this to this here. Not quite all the way up, because I want it to be able to flip without any difficulties. So okay, and I'm not too worried about this piece here, because it'll also be secured by the glue on the main sheet that we're going to stick on our page. Just make sure that's as straight as I can get it. I think that's okay. Okay. Yeah. And then I am literally just going to stitch this, sew this back piece down. Okay. Problem is, I don't want to take all the stuff off, which would be much easier, because I know at the moment I know where it's going. But it would be much easier. So I'm just trying to be a little bit delicate with it at the moment. Okay, so this here is literally, let's grab all of that out the way. Oh. And we're going to pop this on here like that. I'm just going to, get in front of the camera so I can see what I'm doing. Out the way there. Got some glue on my hands. Okay, that looks about right. And again, I may need to just touch up any of the corners that decide they want to lift. Okay, so that's that piece. So onto this piece now. These are all pages from the kit, so the rest of these you will come across. Left that off my glue. Okay, and again I've gone around the edges with black, just so that it doesn't, gosh, I knew I was going to do that, just so that it doesn't show the white. Okay. I loved doing the mock-up version of this, so it really is fun. Absolutely loved it, so I'm kind of really excited to see what this will look like now that I'm, you know, really taking my time and kind of taking account those learnings from that mock-up. But yeah, I have linked Suzanne again in the description box below. If you haven't popped over to see hers, then really you should, because it is absolutely fantastic. Okay, I'm loving the black on this as well, because it does seem to really, it really seems to kind of showcase. I think it really, yeah, it really does seem to showcase the colours of the kit. So yeah, I'm really loving it. I was very, not reluctant, I was very cautious in buying the full-size kit. It is a considerable spend, but I literally don't regret any of it. I had to bribe myself with, if I sold a journal, I would buy the kit. And I sold a journal, so I kind of decided that was my my justification. So this here is my September project. I'm actually starting it a little bit earlier than September, but it's going to be the project that takes me through September. And anything else then is going to literally just be kind of like any spare time or any squirreling. I'm trying not to allow myself to squirrel, but any spare time, then I may pick up on a few other bits and pieces, but at the moment this is going to be my focus. So I'll be doing videos. I'm going to try and get them up twice a week on I'm aiming for a Tuesday and a Thursday moving forward with any of the videos. Well, that's the plan anyway. So yeah, I am trying to organise myself better. It's a bit of a challenge, isn't it, when you work full time and you're kind of trying to fit this in around that and your life. But I do absolutely love this as a kind of like a, you know, relaxing type hobby. We've got the same on this piece here. Okay. This piece I cut a bit uneven and straight, and I was lucky just to have enough left to kind of do it right. So yeah. Okay, so as you see at the moment then, we've got our main piece here, and then we've got this piece here, these two pieces here, and they all fold in there really, really nicely. And then it also folds out the other side, so you get a full section there, which is really useful. And on these two, again, I've cut the papers ready. The kit is brilliant. I don't know if I don't even know what I've told you in the first video or what I haven't, but if I repeat myself, then I do apologise. It's, well, I say that I do apologise, you just get the information twice. So if you missed it the first time, then hopefully you won't the second time. But yeah, the kit has got so much in it. It's got obviously enough to do the lapbook. Now there is a tutorial that comes along with the lapbook, and literally on how to put the lapbook together and use the kit to do it. But I didn't want to do that because although it probably would have given me some amazing ideas and inspirations, Suzanne had already done a great job, and I was thoroughly inspired. And what I didn't want was to get too overwhelmed with options. But in saying that, I will actually probably have a look at the tutorial for that at some point. But there's a couple that you get access to if you buy the main kit. It's the lapbook one. You also get access to building a journal and the materials for that, and that's like a traveller's notebook as well, and the materials for that. So there is just so much in the kit, and it really is lovely. So yeah, I'm super chuffed that I bought it. Well, I'm super chuffed that I saw Suzanne's video. I've been trying to do a lapbook for ages, and I don't know, it kind of felt almost a little bit too big. Never done one before, and I don't know, I've started to do some, I've been doing some file folders for a while now, and I just convinced myself in the end, look, it's just a slightly bigger extended version of a file folder. So that and Suzanne's videos gave me the kick of the bum that I needed, and I'm so glad that it did, because as I said, I loved putting the mock one together. I'm going to try and do as much of this in order as I can. I didn't do that with the mock one, I just literally was in every section. Oh, so much that, yeah, it didn't make an awful lot of sense. So, okay, so if we close this back up again then, just to show you, we've got our front and our back. we're going to open this up here, and I'm going to have on this one here, it's going to, I think, be a map with locations of 2 of the victims, possibly 4. And on this one, I'll either do the other 2 victims, or I do want to put a notebook on here, and I was thinking of a notebook this side and a notebook this side. So the notebook would be there, the map with the victims on would be there. This is our victim section. This over here will be our evidence section, and then this side over here is going to be the investigation and the conclusion and the journal section. So yeah, I think I might do the notebook here instead, and then have the 4 victims on that one. Okay, that's the thought process for that. Okay, so on this section here, we are going to focus on the actual victims themselves. Now, again, Suzanne, I loved what she did with this, so I've kind of gone along the same lines. I've chosen my 4 victims, and they're all images that come with the kit. And what I've done is I've got some of the library cards. I've taken the top off that shows the library bit and just put a tag on there, so that you know that you can get them in and out easily. And what I'm planning on doing is the picture of the victim will be on these, so it'll almost be like their little case files. And then there's a write-up here about them, so who they are, where they were found, that type of thing. And I've done that for the 4 of them, and I'm going to spread them over these 2 pages here. That is the plan. So the first thing I want to do is find out the time of deaths, because I want to put them in sequence. So that's the 21st of March, that's the 11th of March. And then we've got 27th of February and the 16th of February. So we're going to start off with this guy here. And this is Oscar Jennings. That's what we've called him. I'm going to go with brown walnut stain for these pieces, because I think black might be a little bit too overpowering. And these are going to be like case file type things. So we're going to put Oscar onto his little case file. So Oscar's going to go there. Now these, even though they've been tea dyed, they come with a sticky back. They're absolutely brilliant. So I'm going to attach one there, and then his file is going to come here. The next one is, this is Mary. Meet Mary, everyone. And we've got a Mary who Mary was, what was she? Mary was poisoned. I kind of went and Googled quite a bit on the old Cluedo pieces for this. It was quite funny, but yeah. So it was quite fun. Suzanne must have had a blast, because she had an old typewriter that she actually was able to do it on. I had to kind of do it on in Adobe and kind of play around with it a little bit. So yeah, that was a little bit challenging, but there you go. Right, okay, so we've got 2 different sizes here. So that's fine, but I either spread this right out, which I think might look a bit odd, or I kind of fit them over here And I could potentially put, I don't know, a pen or something down there. Yeah, I think that's what I'll do. Okay, so let's tear off that, and we're going to put this here. And they're their stories, and we will come back to that because I want to do a little bit of playing with that. So that's the 11th of March, and that is the 21st. Okay, so the 11th of March, and we have Alfred. I think Alfred was Batman's, well, officially he was a butler, wasn't he? But he was kind of like his keeper, his look after. So I like Alfred, it's quite a cool name. What happened to Alfred? Alfred was strangled. A bit more. I'm going to have to mark this video for over 18s if I carry on, so we'll just leave the descriptions there. So I'm going to see that. I think that's about right there. So that's Alfred. And then we have Frederick. Don't know where Frederick came from. Frederick Silversmith. It's a strange name. Okay. So with Frederick, we are going to do the same. We're going to pop on the daisy. Okay. And then we're just going to pop him on here. All right, okay, so we go there. Hopefully that's a little bit close. Okay. And then the next thing we want to do is we are going to, on these, now they're great, but I want to give them a space for writing on, and Suzanne did that beautifully. So again, I'm going to take that inspiration from her, and I will show you how we're going to achieve that. Where my pencil's gone now. I lose so much, honestly, in this small area. It's crazy, crazy. Oh, there it is. Okay, so that will give us one. And that will give us two. Cut there. And there. And I'm going to just take another piece and fold that. And we'll put those together. Just going to grab the big cutter. Okay. So these don't have to be perfect. I think the whole point of this particular lapbook, the whole theme, I should say, is that, you know, it really doesn't have to be perfect, because it's kind of that, I don't know, in that time things wouldn't have been You know, things would have been messy and not straight and not even and not whatever. Anyway, I'll stop rabbiting now. So we have now got 4 pieces, and what I'm going to do with these, I'm just going to, again with the brown ink, just going to ink that there. And what we're going to do is we're going to stick this on top like that, and that will then be glued here, and it will give us a journal writing, you know, a journal spot, flip up journal spot. Okay, so that'll be one. Just had a horrible thought I wasn't filming, but I am. That will be 2. That'll be 3. And this will be 4. Now, if you want to create a closure for them, then stop them popping up, then you can do that. I kind of like the fact that they pop up because it does feel very, like I said, a bit like it's a case file that's kind of all over the place, you know. You never seem to get those things tidy. So that is my story, and I'm sticking with it. Okay. I did that one already. Okay, so these are going to go on like this, so they're going to open out this way, and that, as I said, gives you journaling space. Gives you journaling space on the underside and the back, if you know what I mean. So that is going to go here like that, and that will give you journaling space there. So front and back is what I meant. So I'll do the same on this one. So that is 2. That's 3. And that is going to be number 4. Okay, so we've got our victims and I will be embellishing these a bit more. Definitely over here we're going to put our map with the victims on, so again that's going to be fairly straightforward, and then obviously all of this pops over here like so. Make sure that they're down, and once that's glued on it does actually stay quite nicely. So yeah, there's our, I could put a little Velcro piece in there if it starts to become a pain, but I'm hoping it won't. It's too soft. So there, that might be an option. And I'll put, I'm going to put a pen down here, but I don't know how long we've been going today, but I don't really want to make these ultra long sessions, because I think, especially if you're crafting along, it's nice sometimes to, you know, make them almost bite sizes so that you can kind of crack on and copy and craft along, or you can, you know, if you want to binge like I did with Suzanne, then that is an option as well. So what we've done today is we've done our front and back covers, and then we have attached our file folder, put the pages on, and we've started to fill in our victim sections. I think I'm going to leave it there for today. And tomorrow when we come back, we're going to finish this section here, finish the victim sections, and I think we'll then start on the evidence section. But yeah, really excited to be doing this journal with you, or this lapbook with you. So I will catch you in the next video. Until then, as always, take care. And we will speak soon. Bye for now.